If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this video, and please let me know what you think in the comment section.
This video dives deep into the shadowy world of the Nigerian Mafia in South Africa, how they first emerged as nightclub security enforcers in Johannesburg before leveling up into a powerful dope-pushing syndicate. We trace their evolution from the streets to the digital underworld, where ruthless groups like Black X now operate in Cape Town, scamming pensioners across the globe through elaborate romance scams. Now this episode pulls back the curtain on the rise, reach, and ruthless tactics of the Nigerian Mafia in South Africa. Since the 1980s, Nigerian organized crime groups have been spreading around the world. They first gained a strong presence in Italy, and by the 1990s, they began to take root in parts of South Africa. There are a few reasons why they moved: corruption and poverty in Nigeria, lack of job opportunities, and the need to escape law enforcement crackdowns at home. Many skilled Nigerians left their country in search of better lives, and along with them came some individuals involved in organized crime. Nigeria's oil boom in the 1950s brought wealth, but also corruption. Then in the 1980s, the country faced bad economic downturn. Corruption got worse, and these combined issues pushed more Nigerians to move abroad. Some of the criminals who left Nigeria found it easy to settle in South Africa, especially after the end of apartheid in 1994. Now, Nigeria had helped South Africa in its liberation struggle, so South Africa was more welcoming to Nigerian immigrants during its transition to democracy. At the same time, South Africa had its own crime networks, especially in Johannesburg. One such group was known as the Bouncer Mafia, a group of nightclub bouncers, mostly former white working class men from the apartheid era with boxing and military backgrounds. These bouncers started as simple security staff, but over time they began extorting club owners and taking over parts of the dope trade. In the early days, recruitment of being a bouncer was often a matter of who you knew, but a solid knowledge of boxing was a non-negotiable. Organized companies were virtually non-existent until the late 1980s, when the increase of club numbers forced bouncers to band together. Small crews of 5 or 10 men emerged, ready to back each other up when situations spiraled out of control.
We were very strong. I'd say we were the strongest crew this Johannesburg's ever seen. And we just basically took most of it over by force.
We were always at the clubs, so it made sense to work and get paid for it and then have the jewel at the same time.
Everything was there, the drugs were there, the money was there, the woman was there, everything was there.
We weren't an organization, or we weren't part of a bouncing group at that stage. We were just good, loyal friends to each other.
We called it elite security. We supplied nightclubs with bouncers and with doormen. Eventually we had over 100 people working for us. We ran the whole of the northern suburbs. Let's just say Diplomat had bouncers at a club. What we do is we just send our guys there. Our guys would go there and go and make trouble in that, and we just say to explain to the owners, listen, the guys that you got working aren't the right guys for the job. Best you employ us and the trouble will stop.
By the early 2000s, the notorious elite was at the top of the protection bouncer rackets. However, as time marched on, their influence began to slow down. The once formidable power structure started to crumble when the predominantly white bouncer bosses began reaping lucrative rewards from protection fees and dope ties. And as well as rampant dope and alcohol use compromised discipline, while some of the bouncers, hardened by their army backgrounds, became aggressive. Essentially, the bouncer mafia that once ruled the night began slacking and dropping the ball. In a dramatic shift, Elite eventually pivoted its recruitment strategy, increasingly hiring black bouncers. This marked a departure from their original pool drawn solely from poor, working-class white communities. migrants from Nigeria, the DRC, Mozambique, Namibia, and other nations gradually became the backbone of the new era in nightlife enforcement. Now, by the late 2000s, clubs themselves began hiring more black bouncers, especially immigrants from Nigeria, DRC, and other nations. These newcomers were called Nigerians, even if they weren't all from Nigeria. They were often hired because they worked for lower pay and were seen as less violent, but were more physically intimidating. Now, this helped them blend into the nightlife security scene without any problems. Some of these Nigerian bouncers helped open the doors for Nigerian dope dealers to enter the clubs, especially in Hillbrow, a fast-changing part of Johannesburg. However, Nigerian groups did not completely take over the dope trade in the same way the original bouncer mafia had. The dope market itself was changing, and dominance of the old mafia began to fade as social and racial changes shifted the structure of crime and policing in South Africa. In Cape Town, Nigerian syndicates took a different route. Instead of entering the gang-controlled Cape Flats, they started in the wealthy and safer area of Sea Point, where they got involved in dope dealing and sex trafficking. But they were eventually pushed out of Sea Point by law enforcement and neighborhood watch groups, and they moved their operations to the northern suburbs of the city, to places like Milnerton and Brooklyn at first. One of the most well-known Nigerian crime groups to emerge is Black X, which originally started as a student group in Nigeria in the 1970s. It later turned into a global criminal network. In recent years, South African police, along with US authorities, arrested several leaders of the Black X group in Cape Town. They were accused of running online scams, especially romance scams, where they tricked elderly people around the world into sending them money. They also carried out business scams, stealing millions of rands from companies. Today, Black X members are known to operate mostly from Tableview, a suburb on Cape Town's west coast. They pose as wealthy retirees or lovers online, using fake identities to scam victims out of their savings and pensions. This shows how Nigerian organized crime in South Africa has become more sophisticated and global over time, shifting from dope trade and security work into high-tech fraud.
I've spoken to some private investigators today. They were telling me that it's not unusual and that they deal with these cases almost on a daily basis. But what they're saying is, Shahan, and just to give you some context, is that often widows and people, women who have been newly divorced, they are then, scammed by these people because they go onto these dating websites because often it's older women, they're too shy to go out and date socially and openly. So they go onto social media, onto these dating websites. They meet these men on these websites, and these guys then promise them the world. And then what happens is that they get very, very familiar with these women, and they kind of sort out women who have inherited a lot of money, women who have big pensions, and women who have lots of savings. And that's when they then say to the women, you know what, I want to come to South Africa to come and be with you, to come and spend the rest of my life with you, but I actually cannot afford to buy a ticket to come to South Africa or even to the US or wherever they are. The women then say, okay, fine, I will send you money. And then they'll say, oh, but I need to pay for a visa. The women will then send them more money. But at the same time, Shahan, what they do is they then compromise these women's emails and also their bank accounts. And they siphon off not just hundreds of rands, but millions of US dollars. Now, in this particular case, we're only dealing with alleged crimes having been committed in the United States of America. And that is why the FBI got involved and sought the help of their South African counterparts. And the 8 men were arrested in a place here in Cape Town called Parklands in the Tableview area, where I've been told that it was a multidisciplinary operation, including the Hawks, the local Metro Police, the K9 unit, as well as crime intelligence.
For the most part, Nigerians are middlemen when it comes to the dope trade. They move it, but get it from either South American cartels or in the Middle East places like Afghanistan. Nigerian syndicates in South Africa operate through vast multi-layered dope supply chains, regional and international networks that shift depending on the dope in play. Now, coke is one of their flagship products, trafficked heavily in major cities like Johannesburg, Durban and Cape Town. And where does this dope come from? The cartel heartlands of South America, Brazil, Colombia or Peru. Working hand in glove with powerful South American cartels, Nigerian traffickers orchestrate a transcontinental operation. West African coastal nations, Nigeria, Ghana and Guinea-Bissau, serves as key transit hubs, staging grounds where the cocaine is repackaged and rerouted south. From there, the dope slips into South Africa through multiple channels, international flights carried by human mules, shipping containers hidden in plain sight, and false compartments buried deep in cargo and luggage. Though coke is their stronghold, Nigerian syndicates also trade in age, though with less dominance. Now in this arena, they play second fiddle to entrenched local and East African networks. You see, age travels a different path altogether, flowing from the poppy fields of Afghanistan along the southern routes. Now it flows from Afghanistan to Pakistan or Iran, then East Africa to places like Kenya, Tanzania and Mozambique, before finally crossing into South Africa. Mozambique is a key entry point where shipments are quietly offloaded and funneled down to South Africa by road. Now, Nigerian groups often purchase the age in bulk from East African suppliers. Then in the city, they cut it, mix and distribute it, sometimes blended with other narcotics to stretch the product and boost their profits. But it must be said, only a small fraction of Nigerians are involved in criminal activities. But as it's often the case, the actions of a few cast a long dark shadow over the entire community. And in South Africa, that shadow has fed tensions, mistrust, and resentment. In a diplomatic move, South Africa recently announced that Nigerians can now enter the country visa-free, an effort to strengthen ties, boost trade, and promote cross-border business. But not everyone welcomed the news. For many South Africans, it felt like an open door for trouble. Critics feared that it would give Nigerian syndicates already operating in the country even more freedom to move, expand, and disappear into the crowd.
Hello, my brother. Good afternoon. How are you? I hope everything is fine. Here is afternoon, so Ghana is good morning. Yeah, I saw something on the internet that I say some Nigerians they kidnap some Ghanaian women to Nigeria. You see, that is the problem of our government. We are in the country that if they go to election, even if before you come to power, if you have 50.1 before you can come to power, and almost 90% of Ghanaians don't like Nigerians in Ghana, but the government refused to deport them to their country. No Nigeria to come to Ghana. This Nigeria and Chinese. Look at how our country was. in 1990, 91, 93, when Nigeria, if Nigerians come to your country, they will spoil your country for you because they were born natural like that. You understand? I don't know. Our government, I don't know what is wrong with Ghana government. Either NDC or MPP. These people are spoiling. They are spoiling our country. They are spoiling our country name. Now they have our passport everywhere in the world. The Ghana government have to sit down to see that when after Nigerians begin to come to our country, what is happening in our country? They don't think about that. And the most useless people is those parliamentarians. I always say I don't blame any president like Akufo-Addo, JJ, Mr. Atamis, may rest in peace. All of them, Kufu. I would never blame any government, any president in Ghana. The people Ghanaians have to blame is our parliamentarians because they have power more than the president. If the parliamentarians today said president should go, president will go. They will impeach him to go. So any wrong thing that is going on in Ghana is the parliamentarians. But there is people who don't understand politics. They think the president is too strong. No, the parliamentarians are very strong. They can impeach the president today if he's doing something that is not good. That is why our country is like that. If president is doing something that is not good, MPP cannot impeach his president, NDC cannot impeach his president because they are all there because of their interests. I always say, Ghana, the millionaires in Ghana, it's only 10% who have genuine money. Then it's not only Ghana, Ghana and Nigeria. 90% of millionaires in Ghana, they are all politicians. And all those money belongs to Ghanaians. They stole all money from Ghanaians. 10% of out of 100% Ghanaians, the 10% have legit money. The 90% they are politicians, and all of them they loot the money from the people. All of them they loot the money from the government. That is why they cannot show their money, but we know that they have money. Somebody will just finish university and come and say, I'm MP. That's all. Before 2 years time, he have everything. He have everything. If they are paying you 150,000 a month, your children are going to big schools. You are living big life. Even the life you are living, that 150,000 will not reach you for a month. So where did you get those money to buy all those buildings and all those things? But all those things are going on. Ghana should deport Nigerians from Ghana. The government have to sit down and think, when Nigeria was not in the country, how are we living? How are we living? And when Nigerians came to our country, how are we living? You see, how are we living? So Ghana government have to know that we don't need Nigeria. You are in a country that most of the percentage don't like Nigerians, and you are still looking at them doing what they're supposed not to do in somebody's country. Majority of Ghanaians, and this our Ghanaian women who follow Nigerians, because I always say one thing: any reasonable Ghanaian woman who will never follow a Nigerian, even if it is mad, it will not follow Nigerian. If you see any Ghanaian woman following Nigerian, that woman, she's a criminal because she likes criminal activities. Because everybody know that every Nigerian is a criminal. It is in their DNA. Any Nigerian is a criminal. Somebody will say, oh, not all of them. All of them, that is how they are. If they did not get you, you would think that they are genuine. They are not genuine. If Nigeria did not get you, say, oh, they are genuine. They are not genuine. They will say, oh, not all of them. Every Nigerian, that life is in their DNA, because that is what their great grandfather trained them, and their great grandfather give to their fathers, and they transfer to them. That is their life. They don't educate. They don't do anything. Nigerians, they don't educate. They don't do anything. Education is not in their DNA. What is in their DNA is money. They don't know that education will come before money, because education is a key. What they think is money, 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 money. So I wonder how some Ghanaian men or Ghanaian woman will marry Nigerian. If you are not stupid, how can you marry Nigerian and have criminal babies with Nigeria? Because if you have a kid with Nigerian man, all those children are criminals, because their parents are criminals. So you marry Nigerian man or Nigerian woman to born criminals in our country. If you have kid with Nigerian man, that means you are producing criminals in our country. You understand? So Ghana government should do to deport all these Nigerians. Okay, my brother, thank you. Bye bye.
Good evening, Raj. You see what I'm always talking about? You see what I'm always talking about Nigerians? Read this thing. Nigerians panic and cry bitterly as a Ghanaian king is ranked the richest man in the world. You see it? You see it? Nigerians panic and cry bitterly as Ghanaian king rank the richest man in the world. Nigerians. You see what I'm talking about always? About Nigerians? As you see it, Nigerians. Oh, my fellow Ghanaians. I don't know how. I don't know how Ghanaians will open their eyes. You see, Nigerians are not our brothers. Ghanaians should stop calling Nigerians our. No, Nigerians are not our brothers. We don't share anything in common with them. Nothing. Cultural, everything. We don't share nothing with them. Nigerians are not our brothers. Ghanaians should stop calling Nigerians our brothers. No. It's a mistake. It's those ignorant Ghanaians who use this word in their mouth. Myself, never. Nigerian man is not my brother. Nigerians are not our brothers, Ghanaians. They are jealous of Ghana. Nigerians are jealous of it. I don't. Oh no, Rash, please. Please. I'm sorry. Anytime I see anything, I will forward it for Ghanaians to open their eyes. Nigerians are not our brothers. Tell Ghanaians. If I was in Ghana, hear anybody saying that, I can even slap that person. I'm telling you. How can Nigeria be your brother? What do you share in common? The people that we can even consider Ivorians, because you have Bawule, their cultural distance, even Togolese, we have this, Memi Bokinabe. The Nigerian man. And we allow this 419 king cross two borders to come to Ghana and establish his kingdom. It's an Igbo king. Ghanaians sitting there watching. I'm sorry. There was a time, I forgot the year. If I remember, I will let you know. When they mess up in Ashanti region, and the Ashanti king, Otunfo, give them kit order. He doesn't want to see any especially Igbos, Igbos. He doesn't want to see them in Ashanti region. Yes. I forgot. I will. Nigerians, no. Nigerians panic and cry bitterly as a Ghanaian king is ranked. Oh my God. How can a Ghanaian call Nigerian? What do we share in common? Please. I want to ask Ghanaians. Is it not this colonial language, English, so-called English? We used to, oh no. But Nigerians cannot, they are ungrateful people. They are ungrateful, my brother. They are ungrateful. They are in Ghana, but they don't like Ghana. They don't love Ghanaians. They are in Ghana, but they don't love Ghanaians. I'm telling you, my brother. It's time to wake up, Ghanaians, wake up. And I don't want, my wish is they should not sell any land for a Nigerian, because for them, you cannot go there and buy any land. Never. Ghanaians should stop all this nonsense about Nigerians. And our guests, I pity for our guests who marry Nigerians. How can you marry a Nigerian man? How can you marry? I prefer maybe Burkina man. I'm telling you. Nigerians? No. They are not our brothers. Ghanaians should stop calling Nigeria my brother. No. Never. They're ungrateful people. Ungrateful. How can you go to somebody's country and kidnap if it's not Nigerians? Have you ever heard that? Which West African country has ever done this in our land? Ivorians, Togolese, Burkinabes? I don't know. Nigerians, they cross border. They cross two boundaries. Came to our land, our motherland, to mess up, and Ghanaians are sitting watching. Say, my brother, how can Nigerian be your brother? How can Nigerian be your brother? How can Nigerian man? We share what? What do we share in common? I'm asking Ghanaians, what do we share in common with Nigerians? You should tell me. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Anytime I see my brother, but my heart is burning all the time when I saw this rubbish on this YouTube. All these girls, all these are shower girls where they're blocking. We have to stop them. We should go back to Nigeria and do it in Nigeria. Patronize Nigerian things, not in Ghana. We don't need them. We don't need anything from them. All these are shower girls, bloggers. We should drive them away from Ghana. Okay, thank you. May God bless you.
Yo, my fellow Ghanaians, my dear brothers and sisters. Yeah, I would like to speak to each and everyone listening to me. Yeah, my dear brothers and sisters. Yeah, please, we should love our country and love our culture. Ghanaians, we are kind of people that the whole world, they respect us. When you travel and anyone sees you as a Ghanaian, they respect you very well. They respect you very, very well. To compare Nigerians to Ghanaians, in the world, they don't respect Nigerians because of their criminalities. No one respects Nigerian in abroad. They don't respect Nigerians. My fellow Ghanaians, the first thing I will tell you people is that please, you people should not lower yourself for Nigerians. Don't be welcoming Nigerians from our airports. Don't be welcoming Nigerians from our airports. Stop doing that and stop welcoming Nigerians with our traditional clothes. Stop it. You people are disgracing us. Nigerians are not prominent than we Ghanaians. and they are not what I will say, they are not celebrities that you people should be welcoming them. Please, let us end it here. Enough is enough. Don't be lowering yourself for someone who has a bad record, so that the people living in abroad may also signal you as one of them. If you have good manners, you have to listen to what I am saying. Why is Donald Trump advising the Americans coming to Ghana that they should be very careful in Ghana? Ghana is not safe, because they know that now all the criminal Nigerians have been trooping to Ghana now, and it is Ghana now that they are committing their criminal acts, and they know that it is in Ghana that Nigerians are getting their passports from. They are getting Ghana passport, and they are trooping to abroad, and they are doing criminal activities in Nigeria, in abroad. So they know that now Ghana is not safe. And if Donald Trump is saying that Ghana is not safe, please, if you are a Ghanaian, don't do what? Don't insult Donald Trump. In Germany here, they know that Ghana is not safe. In Italy, they know that Ghana is not safe. Why are they saying that? Because they know that now, because of the ECOWAS, the Nigerian people have been trooping to Ghana, and they are committing criminal acts. Do you think our sister that they have kidnapped her, and what is going on in Nigeria, the Americans didn't see it, the Germans didn't see it, the Italians didn't see it? All these people, their security, they have seen everything that is going on social media. They are not like our police people who doesn't even monitorize on social media to know what is going on social media. They are not like us. They are not like us. We have experts who always work on social media, who sees what is going on in Africa, what is going on in this country, and they have translators, everything. So you can't tell me that it is because President Mahama banned Americans because of gold in Ghana. That is what. No, please. The man who says so, it is not this. Now, Nigerians are in Ghana committing criminal acts. Look at this man, they call him Ben Peters. What this Ben Peters even did, I don't know whether, the place where he did it. How can a foreigner put siren on his car with motors, and he blocked a place whereby he said he will never allow anyone to pass there, otherwise they will shoot the person. So if Donald Trump is telling his people that Ghana is not safe, so if they go to Ghana, they should be very careful. Why should you be arguing with Donald Trump? Nigerians are spoiling the country. Nigerians are spoiling the country. And the president said he has never heard what is going on, because his friend is what? His friend is Tinubu. His friend is him. So he doesn't hear any word. So he will be always allowing the Nigerians to be trooping in the country to do whatever they like. And what is going on is what Donald Trump has seen it and he has said it. And as Donald Trump has said it, the whole world has heard it. And everyone is going to be vigilant to Ghana. Every country is going to be vigilant. In the Western countries, they are going to be vigilant to Ghana. Because, you see, ye fullness went here, or quantiade. As we, the citizens of Ghana, we are spewing to always to our leaders. They think we are making noise just for nothing. And I am telling you, you, the citizens living there, it will get to a time none of you can even take a passport that he is going to take a visa to come to Ghana, even America, England, Germany, Italy, or anywhere. It will never be possible because they will think you are a Nigerian. They will think you are a Nigerian. And you people should mark my words. You mark it on the wall. If you people don't drive Nigeria away from the country and you always think Nigerians are, which Nigerian is your brother? Which Nigerian is your sister? A person who is killing you, you are telling me that if this person is your brother or your sister, then you are also a criminal. That is how they regard you, the Ghanaians. If a criminal comes to your country and you welcome the person as your brother or your sister, then that means you, the person welcoming the criminal, you too, you are a criminal. So I will never even accept you even to come to my aid. That means you Ghanaians are also criminals because Nigerians are criminals. They are wicked people. They are evil. They are evil. How can you be allowing Nigerians to be trooping in your country day in, day night? In your country, whereby they are doing all criminal activities in your country. And what we don't even understand is that you are always selling lands to them, building houses, and the houses that they are building, you don't know what they are doing in the houses. Even those people that you are selling the lands to them, you don't know what they are coming to do in your country. The only thing is you think of money, so you have been selling lands to them. And these are the doom of our chiefs and the kings in the country. They call themselves their chiefs. They call themselves their kings. They are also the people who are very greedy people. They don't want even to sell lands to even their own citizens. You see that? You see that? Nigerians are not people that Ghanaians can live with them. They are demons. Look, you'll be seeing a Nigerian woman always talking something good about Ghana. Then the men will be following them on their YouTube page. Oh, hello, can I get your number? I was on YouTube yesterday, and I saw one of Nigerian YouTubers saying that my father is dead, and I went to Nigeria, and my father's stepmother was hating me, and she was having a crocodile tears in her eyes. And go and look at what the stupid Ghanaians writing, the comments that they were writing there. Oh, don't cry, my condolence. Oh, this, oh, that. And later on, the lady was saying that two Ghanaian brothers who are following me, they have helped me, giving me money to go and do my father's funeral in June. And I said, look, in our dialect, they said, Obo bakwasia, o mrese ni o titino, o bakwasia. Look, because of Atupa Intino was spending says Sikano Ediama oba no so eden onfa nkɔhwɛ ne onkoya ne papa yi ne maame ti baabi ne papa ti baabi de obedi kra eden onwe ne papa ho atopa a obekɔ akubu because of Nigerian bloggers so ntino wasen sika edi ama Nigeria ni se onye emfa nkoye ne papa yi na sebi ka frache wunjiminya enka obeye sadi we wunjiminya wunye bema kwasiampani a ana wunye oba kwasiampani a enka obeye sadi we yenye fight for say then ye be save your citizens ye be save your country no na nkwasiafo maybe omope Nigeria for ma eni omada san kwasiafo we ena eden omukọ fifa Nigeria for ma ema omoni omoda na Nigeria for ma abegina YouTube so then they are spewing stupid words to we the citizens of Ghana. You see? Na sebiuka frache unjimia no why do you say no yes asem no kro we kra no o kan into sebi unjimia enka wo be sankwasi ade we mini anu ame kasache mu enyansafo mfentu omufo enyansafo na ewo mu no you people should demonstrate against the Nigerians in the country so that they take them out from the country. You people should demonstrate. People should roar like a lion. The country doesn't belong to Okujato Abrakwa. It doesn't belong to Abangbabin. It doesn't belong to Chief Justice. It doesn't belong to President Mahama. It belongs to we the citizens. We have to fight for our nation. We have to fight for the good name of Ghana. Now, our leaders are spoiling the country. And we can't sit down and look our leaders to spoil the country Ghana. We have to fight for better Ghana. Ghana is for us. It's not for Nigerians. So they should allow the Nigerians to come in to kill Ghanaians. Why don't you people think? Look at what they have been always doing to those mobile money people and killing them, taking their money with moto and all this stuff. Look at what they are. And youth, I'm telling you, my next audio, I'm going to talk about the Nigeria community in Ghana. We have to stop it. We have to ban it in Ghana. That Nigeria community in Ghana is care of. It's just a care of. We have to tell the government to ban that their community in Ghana. Look, I'm very, very intelligent. Anything that I'm telling you people here, you people should listen to me wisely. Why I am saying this? It is this Nigeria community that they are using to be doing what? To be doing all the criminal activities in our country. Look at that Igbe and that Nigerian man calling himself Igbo King. Is it not true this Nigeria community he is using to do, trying to be taking it to be building his palace? And my dear brothers and sisters, I'm telling you people, if you people doesn't wake up and tell our president and our foreign minister to ban this Nigeria community in Ghana, they are going to worry we the citizens. We don't need any Nigeria community in our country. They should ban it because they don't do anything for us. That Nigerian community, I'm going to talk about it. It a bon samadia pa na oma beti wo hono no eno ma omo ye nyina no eno ma boni na ekoso ni nyina no e was our community ni eno ma boni na ekoso ma ni nya fi sa community ni enti mo ankasa no mo wake up Nigerians are evil. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Wake up and drive Nigerians out from the country. You see that now that they have arrested the people, it is now that they are bloggers, apart from Mr. Manager. It is now that their bloggers are showing, oh, Ghana police are very good. They have arrested Nigerians. You see the Nigerians, their tatis. You see their bloggers. But when immediately they arrested the woman, when they were beating her, because they don't want Ghanaians to even to see that their people are committing crime. So they will not come and talk about it. But now that they arrested them, they are talking about it like, oh, it is worrying them. I'm telling you that the Nigerian bloggers on YouTube, both their women and their men, I'm telling you that those people, they are dangerous. Even fear the Nigerian woman blogger who is blogging. She can even bring you to those who do the kidnapping, and they will sell you and kill you, and they will give her money, and she will later go away from Ghana. I'm telling you, this is Nigeria for you. I'm telling you. Have a nice time. Bye.
Hello, Mr. Raj. Good evening. How was your day and housework or business? I hope you are doing good. And to our brothers and sisters who are listening to our voice note that we keep on sending, I greet each and every one of you. And I hope and pray that you all are doing well. Mr. Raj, I want to start by saying I know I said this before. Please pardon my background noise because I'm by the roadside. I want to start by saying a wise man is he who learns through experience, but the wiser man is he who learns through the experience of others. I don't know if you get the message. I did said it. I said this before sometimes back, but I would like to repeat it again. A wise man is he who learns through experience, but the wiser a man is he who learns through the experience of others. I hope you get it. What am I trying to say? You see what happened to Mami Sewa? I think that's her name. This lady who was just being released from the kidnappers in Nigeria. That's her name, right? What happened to her? She's now wise because she learned through experience. But the wiser any person is, especially our women folks, especially our women folks, if they are wiser, they should learn through her experience, through the experience of Mami Sewa and others, because this is not the first one. And I don't want to be a prophet of doom or someone who, a messenger of doom or what, however the English is. But this is certainly not going to be the last, because Manu Omu Pesika Dudu. And upon all the number of Ghanaians, the tribes, if you cannot find love from your own tribe, there are many Ghanaians that you can go to. Many tribes that you can find love from. And if you cannot find any, there are other nationalities in Ghana that you can fall in love with. But upon all this, falling in love with a Nigerian whom you don't know, you've never seen before online, and you took the risk, despite the fact that we all know what's going on in Ghana, what they are doing in Ghana, and you took the risk to go to Nigeria, place that you don't know anything about. You have no experience of the place that you are going. Oh, please, come on. This is too much. Initially, I thought it was this game plan that people come together in order to kidnap themselves so that ransom could be given in order to extort money from some of their rich family members or relatives. But later on, I found out that the woman is somehow advanced, and what happened? Some said it was business trip, some others said it was love scam, something like that. Upon all these tribes in Ghana, you could not find anyone to love. And upon all the nationalities, you couldn't find anyone to fall in love with. It has to be a Nigerian. And you have to take the risk of going to Nigeria to visit that person, despite the fact that we all know what has been happening with so many women in this country and in Nigeria. That is a day now in Nigeria, that one happens to be on a daily basis. And if you doubt me, Mr. Rash, and anybody who doubts me, just type www or not, forget about the www or whatever. Type nairaland.com and go to the crime section. And this is a challenge. I'm challenging anybody who can go to Nairaland crime section within a month, starting from today. And if you were not able to find a single week without a crime being reported in that country, contact me and I'll give you 1,000 Ghana. This is a challenge. Nairaland.com. Go to the crime section. Starting from today, for good 1 month, for a whole week without crime, just 1 week in Nigeria. Forget about elsewhere. This is Nigerians committing crime or doing bad things, heinous and devilish things to themselves, to their fellow Nigerians. If you find a single week without such crime, come back to me and I'll give you 1,000 Ghana. This is a pledge I took on myself. We verify your claim. We go online, we search it. If there is a single week starting from today, you see, Mr. Rash, we keep on talking about this at the top of our voices, and some of our people are very, very angry to the extent that they can even do something that is uncalled for. But for how long are we going to be this diplomatic and democratic and porous and gentle, and for how long? For how long? For how long? The people are not buying it anymore. And sooner or later, people are going to revolt. And this is not going to affect only the bad eggs from Nigeria who came to Ghana, because this is the thing is getting it is already out of hand. It's already out of hand. Remember what I once said to you? I said the average Nigerian is desperate by nature. Naturally, the average Nigerian is desperate to make money by all possible means, and they can go to any length and every length in order to make it, irrespective of their tribe or their religious affiliation. They are ready to do whatever it takes in order to make money, especially the youngsters. You see, the society, those politicians in Nigeria are the exact reflection of the society that they came from. Whatever the politicians are doing in that country, whoever have the or has the opportunity or had the opportunity to occupy any office in the country will do the same thing that the politicians are doing. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is how they can be able to milk and make that money quickly without stress. And I must add this, Mr. Rash. I don't know why most of our people, especially the women, whatever we say, they are not ready to hear. They are not ready to hear. Because I know, and we all know, many of them are into relationship with Nigerians. But one thing I have to tell you is, and to anybody who is listening, is the average Nigerian is like a domesticated wild animal. When is the natural killer instinct in them going to come out? You will not be aware. I hope you get it. The average Nigerian, like someone kept a lion, a tiger, or a snake. We have instances where many of those people who kept those wild animals as pets end up being victims of those animals. That's exactly how every Nigerian, either good or bad, I classify them all the same. Because you don't know when that instinct of them for blood will come up, and you will not know. So you can be able, you can be caught off guard. Before you know, you lose your life. So the best thing, especially I'm warning the women, stay away from them. Whatever they spend on you, they are using you directly or indirectly if you don't know. If it is sex that they are giving to you, they are using you through that sex to sacrifice to whatever gods they worship or they serve. And if that is not possible, they use you for sikadro. We all know, because many of them came out to say it with their own mouths without shame. And yet you see this and you want to experience it by yourself. That means you are a fool. Any Ghanaian woman who goes out with Nigerian men, good or bad, irrespective, you are a fool because you don't know what's coming to you. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. You will not heed it. You will not heed the warning because you want to make money or you want to enjoy your boyfriends. They are ready to spend on you. Quite all right. We all admit, we know they are ready to spend on you. But in the end, you are the loser. You are the loser. For how long is this going to continue? For how long? Because we all know, Mami Sewa, this one that just happened, those two women are not going to be the last. They are not going to be the last. They are not going to be the last. And sometimes I do blame the men, we the men as well, because in South Africa, no foreigner goes and deal with their women. They don't allow that. But here, we are so porous, so loving, kind, generous, and what have you, while other people are coming in to sink the nation before our very eyes. So, as I was saying, there are many instances where they use dubious means and ways in order to defraud people, or in order to take advantage of anybody who is not suspecting them. Remember, I said they can do things diabolically in order to get what they want. And in order to get what they want, anything is on the table, any possibility. So people should not make themselves into scapegoats or into victims because of their foolishness. You shouldn't be foolish because you want money. So you lose your mind, your senses. You don't calculate. You don't think, despite the fact that you know what has been happening in the country with other girls who were very, very unlucky. They might use girls in order to lure you out of your comfort zone to where they can be able to use you for whatever means, for whatever they want. There are many people. Africa is not a single country. Africa is not or let me say, West Africa is not about Ghana and Nigeria alone. There are many countries in Africa, in West Africa. Why is it that they choose Ghana as their catchment area? Why? And it makes me to sometimes think that, are we sure we are not owing these people? Mr. Raj, help me to ask you. Say, Adi Omuka, young person, young she says, so that we can have our peace of mind. We pay them so that they can go back if we do owe them. So that they can go back and let's have a peace of mind. Because the thing is too much. Any bad news, if you go and find out who is responsible, you must find some traits of Nigerians in it. Why? Are they the only people in Africa or in West Africa? Are they the only people? And I keep saying, look, they keep on doing things that they will never ever allow any foreigner to do in their country, except the foreigner happens to be a white person or a Chinese person or Indian. But as a fellow black person, you go to Nigeria, there are some things that you will not even dare. You will not even think about it. You see, they are the only people in West Africa or in Africa who leave their country and go to other countries, but they don't go with the mindset that they are foreigners in that country. Like me visiting you right now, if I visit you in your own house, I don't have to behave as if I'm the owner of the house. I'm a visitor, so I have to behave myself. But they don't do that. Wherever they go to, they think they are the landlords, they are the owners of the place, so they can do whatever they do in Nigeria and go scot free. They can do it over here too. Look, either you like it or not, even if you don't want to get angry or be annoyed with the bad news that is coming out from that country, Ikabibia, Rash, Ebufupa, Ebufu. It's either the government do something before the citizens take the law into their hands, which is not going to be good. That's why we keep calling. So I wouldn't like this to take much. It's already 16 minutes already. So that's my own quota I can contribute to the issue of this kidnapping and so on and so forth. But we all know, if you think you have seen it all, wait until another Nigerian pulls something out, pulls something off. That's when you know that you've not seen it all, because they are not ready to stop. And our girls, especially, are not ready to learn sense. Omo ni nyansa, if say omo suya nyansa kakra, what I say, omo nim nyansa kura. So because they like money, they want money, so they are ready to give themselves out to the Nigerian. Oh, carry on. We can type RIP on any of them who gets killed. You can type RIP. That will not take much time. So that's all I can say for now. Good night, Mr. Rice. Have a very pleasant night.
Well, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, share, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Stay safe. Peace out.